Oh, my God. Everybody on the planet knows it's banner night. Oh, and by the way, we have a new rule on this program. You're not allowed to say the words repeat champs or defending champions. You can't do that because Bob Lang and the Eagles forbodden it. They are forbodden. It is forbodden to speak about last year's championship team. Hey, it's driving me. And here's Vic Fangio now. Yep. I don't know. Who's starting? I don't know. Hey, who's playing safety? I don't know. Hey, who's lining up? I don't know. We got co-guys everywhere. What do you mean you got co-guys? Then we got co-starters now. What? The co-starter defense. Wow. I can't wait. Man. And now, folks, actually, that rule doesn't exist. You can use the words repeat. We're not afraid here to use the words repeat. We're not afraid to see the banner fall here on JAKIB. We're very proud to see the banner fall. Unlike the Eagles, they're afraid or something. Without further ado, the man, the myth, the legend, co-host of Birds 365, my friend Big Z, who's not afraid to see the banner fall. It's banner night Thursday, in case anyone didn't know, except for Nick. Big Z, how you doing, bro?
What's up, Big Sills? A beautiful football Tuesday as we are just over 2 days away, man, from the NFL. Can you believe it? In all seriousness, Sills, the NFL season is upon us already, brother. I am super jacked up about it.
Did the offseason go fast?
Oh, so fast, dude. So fast. I mean, I almost like I blinked and it was upon us. But I'm happy about it. That's what happens when you're champions, everybody. Not only do you win, but you actually get a shorter off season too. All right, and you get to revel in the glory.
No. You get to revel. The team doesn't.
Oh no. Well, they get to a little bit. I mean, they had their fun. They went to the White House. They were on GQ. They were on The View. Come on, they were doing their thing a little bit, Sills.
But now they're not allowed to talk about it or go out there on the field and watch the banner fall.
Well, I can respect the approach. The thing I don't like about it is I don't like being fake. And just say you're focused. Don't say it's banner night. Dude, it's been banner night. First game of the year has been banner night every year for how many fucking years? I mean, seriously. Don't lie to me. I'm not stupid. Just say our guys are focused on the game. We're not going to be out on the field for the banner, but I hope all the fans enjoy it. Come on, be real. Don't be fake. Don't blow smoke up my ass. But I get it. I don't really care. I think it's good, but
I think it's stupid.
Yeah, I agree. I don't really care as much, but as you do.
Listen, I don't either. It's stupid. John's
love
point.
Shit like this. So you love.
I think John made a great point today. The whole starting thing, this shit's stupid. It's just dumb. It's like controlling. Bro, let me ask you this, Zander. As a Philadelphian yourself, you're going to sit there and watch the Philadelphia fan base at Lincoln Financial in a proud moment and a civic pride moment. Wouldn't you want your players out there getting and receiving the love of the city? Because here's what's going to happen with you. You know what Zander's going to do? If that team's down 10-7, hey, fuck you, that offense sucks.
Well, no, I actually don't. I don't have a problem with them not going out there. I don't have a problem with that because remember, we talked about they got a 35%.
That's a fans' moment, though.
I know, but they got that's for the fans. I mean, they got a 35% new roster. The last thing you want is dudes out there oohing and on and stargazing and all this bullshit. Lock in. This is a new year and a new football team on a new journey. Now,
they know that.
I know that. And that's where I would have rather had Nick the comment of I didn't know it was banner night is the only thing I would have changed.
What banner night? I don't know what it's.
I didn't know it was banner night. Nick, who the hell are you fooling? Apparently, a lot of people in the chat he's fooled. All you numbnuts. I mean, I don't know. I don't really care because I don't have a problem with them not going out there. But it was interesting to say you don't know. I mean, you obviously know what you obviously know that it's banner night.
Oh, yeah, I do live for shit like that. Let me ask you this one, though. Are you concerned about this, though? So now Landon Dickerson's got a bad back. Where are we going here?
Well, I mean, I don't know. I mean, you
Two knee
definitely.
surgeries and a back issue now?
Well, he was back out there today, right?
Okay, that was kind of a walkthrough kind of deal today, though, right? They were in helmets and shorts. I mean, they weren't practicing. I mean, it wasn't like he was stressed in any way. Do you think they're just throwing him out there, um, knowing full well they're not playing him? For an organization that's very cautious in the protecting of players, you think this is a little gamesmanship that they got him out there and they got the Cowboys thinking? Because, bro, if you got 2 surgeries in the offseason, you've done everything in your power to get yourself ready for at least the beginning of the season, whether that means Dallas won or whether that means Kansas City won for you. Dude, Landon's important for the drive of the Super Bowl, not for fucking the Dallas game.
Yeah, it might be some gamesmanship. I mean, I don't think it matters. This is where I think John is right, where like it's just like, does this stuff really matter? Like if you're the Cowboys, you're planning for Dickerson. And if Dickerson's not there,
Completely true.
you're better. I mean, you're better off if he's not there. So it's like I don't really understand the point of going through the gamesmanship, but I don't know. Dickerson is a beastie dude. He is a dude that will probably try and play through anything. I mean, I remember watching him all through college, everything. I mean, he's always been the type of dude that wants to play through everything. And you got to respect somebody with that type of mentality because not every player, actually, probably most players, don't have that mentality. So I definitely love Dickerson for that reason. But it's definitely, I mean, look, so you got a 350-pound guy with knee problems and back problems. I mean, look, I'm not going to make a lot out of it. I think he's going to be fine for the 2025 season. But there could be a problem we're talking about in 26 or 27 here. You know what I mean? Or 28. I mean, we'll see how it develops. I think it's something to monitor. But overall, I'm not too worried about it. And I think if there's any real concern at all, I wouldn't play him in Dallas or for versus Dallas. I would not play him versus Dallas. You don't win Super Bowls in September.
No,
All right.
no. I mean, especially that team. I mean, I there's no reason to play that
Yeah, and
guy.
Kakala brings up a good point. We have a mini bye. Remember, we start on Thursday and then we
That's
have
right.
next Sunday.
It's
So
10 days.
we do have a mini bye to start the year. It's true, Kakala, which almost maybe gives them a little bit more time before they get in a rhythm. There is a negative to that too, but overall, you want more rest for sure.
What do you make of this stuff starters with like the corner, the fucking linebackers? I mean, the safety. I mean,
What the Eagles do? We got so many good players we can't keep them all on the bench.
so now we got Bennett and Jackson and Kumpton and Bond and the Carters now, right?
Yep, Bennett, baby. Bennett coming in.
Hey, Bennett. Hey, folks, Bennett and Jackson are now clumped in with Q and Cooper.
Well, no, I think what they're trying to do is I think they're trying to have somebody go out there and earn it and win it. Remember, last 4 weeks, I think, last year, I don't think they want to repeat that, but I think there's integral lessons you can take from your team in the first 4 weeks. And if you don't open your eye to what they are, you could miss them. And I think maybe the Eagles are coming in with the approach of, Adoree Jackson's not our starter. He's our starter today, right? If Jakorian still has time, I don't think it's a bad thing to go through some of those processes before you have to rip the Band-Aid off. If eventually it gets to the point where you got to stick to who you are because the other guy's just not better, well, then I hope they own it and try and make the most out of it in that situation. But remember, Jakorian got here only a couple weeks ago. Jahad Campbell wasn't really ready for a lot of the rookie camp and the OTAs. He wasn't really ready till training camp, and he wasn't a full participant in the entirety of training camp. Safety, similar, where Sydney's been there, but they didn't really want him to win the job. But Makuba missed so much time, you can't really make him the starter. So, with a rookie player, you probably don't default to him as easy. So I think each of those different spots actually requires a little bit more context. But, it's something to watch. I don't think they know yet. I think Vic feels like he knows, but I don't think he wants to shut the door on the other alternatives in case it goes, the wrong way.
I get one position where a guy hasn't solidified himself. You got 3. There's 3. I mean, we're talking about 3 different positions that you're not sold on yet on who your starter is, or to go by what you just said, who you want to see grab hold of it after this game and make a statement that you're the guy. So you're going into game week wanting guys to win a job versus the Cowboys and not having at least having a guy go like this, even with us watching. Brown didn't outplay Makuba. Makuba actually didn't. Probably the only reason he's not starting is because he's been injured too much. The cornerback position has never been solidified. The linebacker position, probably this. Look, Campbell's better. Trotter probably knows the system better. And I would make this point to you about the linebacker spot. Zander, you want to see more Campbell on Thursday night. Because if Campbell's playing more,
bigger upside.
that means they're happy with what they're seeing because they want him to be in there because they can do more with him. If you see more Trotter in there, that's not a good look for Campbell. He still has a lot to learn then. I want to see more of Campbell by the end of that ball game. Okay,
Well,
so there's 3 spots that
I think that's the right read.
hold of.
I think that's the right read. I mean, the corner spot, I think we all know this. I mean, this was what they opted to do. They couldn't pay. They didn't want to pay Slay. They're obviously in a bit of a crunch, and they were hoping on Keely Ringo. Ringo didn't win the job, and they defaulted to the veteran they signed and brought in a cheap, young, upside player. And if the cheap, young, upside player, and I think about it like this. Jacorian Bennett is replacing Keely Ringo in terms of the young upside corner that they're looking for. Now, they didn't draft him. He might not go and get a second contract, but the Eagles like to keep young guys with upside. That's what they like to do. They look for every spot with that. I mean, they just traded for Sam Howell. They do all this at every position. Young guys that have maybe a potential in the future, they like to acquire. So they brought in Bennett because I think they realized that Ringo, remember this is year 3 for Ringo. I think they realized that it's probably over for Ringo and Philly in terms of being a cornerback. Now, they'll probably use him for the next 2 years as a special teamer. Maybe he makes the team next year. I'm not sure. We'll have to see what happens. But I think Jacorian comes in for that reason. And right now they've defaulted to always the insurance policy dating back to the start of free agency was Adoree Jackson. They signed Adoree Jackson to be the insurance policy. They needed insurance. So the insurance is being used. They are looking for a way to get off the insurance, but there's no guarantee that they will do that. And they might have to prevail with a guy like Adoree. By the way, Adoree might make more sense for this defense right now.
You're doing all this in a condensed time frame, though, compared to 8 months worth of work with those other guys. You understand? You're being confined to finding out with those 2 guys because you're not happy with the guys you had for 8 months. You're doing this in a rush a little bit here, Zander. Would you not agree? How many weeks has Bennett been an Eagle? 4? Okay.
Yeah, we got him about maybe even a little less. I think we got him about a week later than the start of August.
In 3 weeks, you're confining all of that 8-month work that you had with guys that were on your roster.
Well, I mean, it's a culmination. So as part of that is legislated by the league. I mean, they can't really do a lot in the offseason.
No. I'm talking about you had guys on your team who you thought were going to be able to compete for safety and for corner. And right now, going into this game 48 hours from now, you got co-starters at 3 different key spots.
Safety is different than corner. Like corner, I just explained.
The same issue.
Yeah, but corner, I just explained that who they were relying on fell flat, and that's Ringo. And that's where Jacorian Bennett came in, and that's where the insurance policy came in. Now, safety, I don't really think that Makuba has proven to not work. I just don't think he's healthy.
That's right.
So that's what the holdup is there. And I don't think, honestly, I think Makuba's been the better player through camp when he's on the field.
I think so.
Yeah, so I don't think it's a problem.
And I trust him more in space on tackling.
Now, if you want to hit me with this, Sills, I'll buy it. That kid's not going to stay healthy.
No.
If you want to hit me with that, that is a concern that, as an Eagle fan, I feel to some extent. I'm hopeful that Sidney Brown can be a reliable enough safety if Makuba can't stay healthy. But look, when Makuba was drafted on draft night, I expressed a little bit of concern about the size. Now, I didn't know much about the player. I did watch him in college a little bit last year. He played at Texas, obviously, last year. He was a good player. He was a really good player. And being a player was never his issue. And I don't think it's going to be his issue in the pros. But if you think you're going to lay the wood and hard hit in the NFL at 180 pounds, you're not going to go very far. I mean, think about that.
I thought he had a better season at Clemson than he did at Texas a year ago. But
Well, he was in a different role. He was in a different role. I think
They
they
run
allowed him
different
to play
teams
in
there.
space more in Texas, and that's why he kind of boosted the draft stock. So it was a different role, but I honestly don't worry about him when it comes to playing the football on the football field. I don't.
It's availability.
It's availability and it's the size and whatever what that looks like. I think is a fair concern, but I'm not as worried about about him playing. I think he's actually going to be a fine player, and I think Vic is going to get the most out of that player. But Vic can only do that if he can stay healthy.
You're doing this in a rush period, though. These first 4 games are going to be interesting to see how this and these co-starters and who grabs these positions at corner, safety, and at linebacker. I'm hoping Campbell. Okay. By the way, of the 2 rotating edge guys, who do you think in the next 4 weeks is going to have a bigger role? Uche or Ojulari?
Uche. Well, Uche was on the injury report yesterday. Was he on the injury report again today?
I didn't check it.
Let me double check that injury report today because
they're going to need a rotator, right? After Jelix Hunt and Nolan, right? They're going to need a rotator.
I think they're both better at different things, and Uche has had a better camp, and I think Vic has talked about him a little bit more, and I don't know, that means something with Vic, so maybe Vic likes him a little bit more. Now, Ojulari probably does better some of the other things, but he wasn't really good at it in the offseason. Like I thought coming in before watching him in the preseason, I thought Ojulari is a little bit more of a well-rounded edge rusher. And Uche is a guy you might be able to pin his ears back and tell him to go get the quarterback here and there, right? But Ojulari looked like dog shit, honestly, at setting the edge and stopping the run in the preseason. He was terrible at it. Now, Uche was never supposed to be that. So I didn't expect that from Uche, but we'll see. I mean, dude, they're relying on Jelix Hunt and Nolan Smith.
Oh, yeah, to carry the mail.
To really take steps forward.
Yeah.
They're
expecting them to replace Josh Sweat.
Yeah. I mean, they're expecting those guys. I mean, no, think about this, though. Josh Sweat was Josh Sweat, and he had depth behind him. He had Nolan. He had Brandon Graham. He had even Bryce Huff earlier in the year. Didn't play great, obviously, but it was a piece of depth. They had Jelix as the 5.
They were so deep they didn't need him.
So you're now relying on Jelix, but you're also relying on them with very limited guys behind them. That makes the guys up front, that makes their job a little harder. And the other thing I don't like about our edges, man, they're just small. They're small, dude. They're not, I don't know. They're not bulky, big, edge rushers that look like they're going to dominate and set the edge and do what you need them to do and disrupt the front. Now Nolan has proven he is much better at stopping the run and setting the edge than his size would show you. And Jelix is a bigger frame who I think he can grow into a little bit more of a beefier, stockier player. But right now, they're small dudes, man. I'd like to get a little bit more of an anchor over there. I don't know, though. It's late now.
Hunt hasn't seen a lot of football.
No, he hasn't. And anybody that tells you you're wrong about that, it doesn't know. I mean, that guy has not seen a lot of football. Now, listen.
Now, he's seen big-time football lately because of where he's been, because of the playoffs.
Very sparse, Sills. He played his latest college ball at Houston Baptist or Houston Christian, whatever it's called.
You got it.
So, has not seen a lot of football, and that's a big projection for a guy that was playing safety a couple years ago at an Ivy League. All right, to be a star edge rusher. I mean, think about it. This defense is going to rely on those edge rushers to play their role well.
Absolutely.
Now, let me ask you this. I got a question for you on the edge rushers, because you've talked a lot about, and you've added a lot of context to, edge rushers and maybe them being a touch overrated in today's game. And I appreciate.
I think it's more interior that you really need guys in the middle.
Right. Do you think the Eagles are coaching these guys up to maybe do less? I'm not saying don't be good. I'm saying they don't need them. They're not coaching them to go be the splashy, make this big jump. All they want is be a solid edge on the edge. Set the edge, stop the run and open up pursuit, open up angles for the interior guys.
It's a really great observation by you, and it's true. This is what they're doing. It's not being coached not to do anything. They're looking for a skill set player that does this. He can drop. He sets the edge well. Maybe not the greatest pass rusher, but he'll get me 6. He's a guy who can take on tight ends
Right.
Okay? They're looking for Josh Sweats. They're not looking for Trey Hendricksons and Max Crosby's. You know why? If Howie was, he'd have one. They aren't looking for that. So it's not being coached that. They're drafting, and their style of play is dictating that type of player. I've been saying it for 2 years. You don't need a dominant edge to win a Super Bowl. The last 10, there's not been one on those teams that have won a Super Bowl. Not one of the premier edge rushers. But look at the DTs. Aaron Donald, Jalen Carter, Chris Jones. Go down the list. Fletcher Cox, Vince Wilfork. All these guys, the last 10, have been dominant in the inside, and they've been functional on the edges. All these big high-priced guys that are making $40 million, they're nowhere near an AFC championship game. Why am I going to spend $42 million on a guy like Micah Parsons when at the end of the day, my position is corner, DT. The biggest problem Dallas has is that Mozzie Smith has sucked. Not getting rid of, if Mozzie Smith would have panned out, that move of Parsons to Green Bay, it looks a lot better. Okay, Zander, do you think there's any coincidence why you didn't draft an edge? You didn't even draft an edge, and you went out and got spare part edges in the offseason. You know why? That's not what they're looking for. They're not looking for James Pierce. They're not looking for Mike Green. They're not looking for any of that. Or they would have, Howie would have drafted it. Right? Howie would have drafted it.
I agree. And with that being said, do you think that enables or gives a better chance for guys like Nolan and Jalix to make the type of jump you need? Right? Because you're not asking them to do this.
No, I'm not asking you to be a 20-sack guy.
You don't need to be Myles Garrett, Michael Parker, any of these guys that get after the quarter. Now, pressure's good. It's an added bonus, but the most important part about what you do is setting the edge and letting the interior guys eat.
2 players, I think, changed the mentality of the Eagles. Follow me, Zander. Bryce Huff and Hassan Reddick. You know why? You paid a guy to be a dominant pass rusher, and he was great. But what was the one thing he couldn't do? Couldn't drop. He could barely play the run. He wasn't great. Bryce Huff, you spent $17 million on that guy.
And he couldn't
you got nothing out of it.
And he couldn't do the shit that you just
explained. Said this in week 2. You went like this to me. Sills, he's a liability on the run. When those other 2 guys got out there, Nolan Smith and Jalix Hunt and BG last year, nobody was talking about liability on the edge.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. They're not dude, the Myles Garretts and all, those guys are fucking great players. If you have interior and corner play, like Myles Garrett on our team, or your team, excuse me, your Eagle team, he's sensational. He would be, because you have 2 dominant tackles inside. For you to have a great edge, you have to have great DT play. And if you don't, look at Green Bay. So they struggle now. This Kenneth Clark deal, last 3 years. 2 years ago, they were 26th against the run. I looked it up. Last year, they were 28th. Bro, that's who you traded Michael Parsons for? I'll tell you, I don't get it. Now, I will do this to you. The NFL, week 1 is a week of liars. Always remember, it's a liar's week. You never really know what you're going to get when you see that, okay? Yeah. Because look at New Orleans a year ago. They got up to a 3-0 start. Everyone's like, holy shit, right?
Which again, I think is the biggest advantage for the Cowboys in this game.
It is.
It's week 1.
This is where I'm going. Do the Cowboys have any advantages?
Well, I think
in
the
week game,
1,
in your opinion,
because whenever you're a worse team, I think you have, if you're a bad team and you play a good team week 1, that is by default an advantage for the bad team, no doubt. Now it's not. Good teams better teams going to win if they play right, if they do what they have to do. So I don't think it's like an advantage on the field or anything like that. But it's just one of those things where the unknown, the rust factor, the unpredictable nature of week one. Last year, remember, we did have 3 turnovers in week one game last year, and we won the game. Now it was in Sao Paulo, but still, week one can be unpredictable. The ball can bounce funny ways, and I think that is always a benefit for the worst team. But advantage-wise, I mean, they got an advantage at corner. At wide receiver on our corner. I mean, you're telling me that CeeDee Lamb, all right, let's say he's outside. Let's say, and George Pickens is on the other side. Does anybody really feel good about Adoree Jackson covering George Pickens? I mean, I'm not. I think the Fangio defense, they'll drop the safeties way back. They'll force them to beat them underneath or in the running game,
and that's linebacker drops,
right? And I think the way you play it is easy. But you asked me specifically for an advantage. I think George Pickens on cornerback 2 in Philly is an advantage. Now, if CD goes to the slot and plays in the slot and tries to beat up on Cooper DeJean, which he might get the better of him here and there. I think it's a good matchup, but I think he might get the better of him here and there. Cooper's still going to be good, but that's what happens in the NFL. You're not going to stop everybody, man. It's just how it goes. Now do you maybe have Quinyon traveling on the outside with George Pickens? Because I love Quinyon and George Pickens. I think that's a matchup made for Quinyon Mitchell. I really do. A physical receiver, a big mouth, a dude who, thinks his shit doesn't stink, a dude who wants to beat you and make you feel it. I think Quinyon would thrive in that environment. But the easy way to mitigate that if you're Dallas is just put CD on the outside, who's been almost as productive outside as he has inside. So I think they have the advantage there. But outside of that, dude, I don't think they have another advantage football-wise on the team.
If Landon doesn't play, it's a push inside.
On the interior?
Yeah.
Maybe. I could see that. I mean, they did add Kenny Clark.
Dean and Tooth or Toth, whatever, that's not an advantage.
No, that's not good. I think Dickerson's going to play, but I hope if he's got any concern, I hope he doesn't. I think we need that guy a lot more in weeks 3, 4, 5, 6, all the way up to week 18 and 19 in the playoffs than we do, now in Dallas for banner drop. I think it's you got to prioritize the right way. But they will, and they've always done that. So I have no reason to believe they wouldn't prioritize him the right way. But he was a full go at practice today, so probably going to play. And you're in good shape there. I don't think it's an advantage.
Okay, how about this? So if what you just said, I think you're going to see, and this is what I would do if I were Dallas. I would try to beat the Eagles on the numbers, not in the middle of the field. Because to me, I think that safety position is yet to be determined on who and how it's going to play out. And I think that one corner too. So let me ask you this. If you put CD out here and you've got Quinyon Mitchell and you say he's going to travel, is Q going to travel all the way to the slot? Is that what we're going to do?
No, see, that's the one spot I don't think Q would go would be the slot. Because
guess what happens? If he moves back then, right, and he goes back to zone, that helps Dak out knowing where the landmarks are and knowing where the free and strong safety are. So you've got to be cognizant of that.
You can big spring safety help for any of the corners that you have in zone there. I agree with you. If you have a good quarterback, tell Tom Brady you're going to run a zone on. I mean, he's going to pick you apart, man.
Absolutely.
So I get it. And if Dak
saw Sam Howell go for 800 yards.
Now, did you happen to hear my interview this morning on Birds 365 with John Machota?
I didn't get to it. I got all the way up to it.
Yeah. Okay. So he is a Cowboy beat reporter for The Athletic.
Yep,
and he gave some really good intel on that football team and where they kind of thrive and don't thrive. And he said, I was really curious when George Pickens got here how he was going to mesh with Dak, because we've had receivers in Dallas that Dak did not mesh with. Brandon Cooks, he named, who's a good player, just wasn't the right receiver for Dak. And then you have guys like CD who from day one, Dak and CD were on the same page. George Pickens showed up, and day one, Dak and CD looked better. But by the end of training camp, they all looked just as like Dak and George were firing. So I think that's definitely something to watch in this football game. I mean, what kind of chemistry do those guys have, and what can they do, and how do they exploit it? But again, probably going to shade the safety, bring them in help. The question there would be, is the safety going to be Sidney Brown?
That's my question. I mean, you're not
probably not, right?
No, you're going to put Makuba back there.
No, but even if it's either
or you're going to take Cooper out of the
or would it be Reed? Because it'll probably be that right cornerback if Quignon's left where Slay was.
That's right. Yes.
So
yeah.
it'll probably be Reed helping him out over there.
You
Probably
think
be
they'll
Reed.
flip the safeties?
I don't think so. Why would you think about it? Why would you want the lesser experienced safety with the lesser experienced corner?
Because I trust Q over there in more open space over there with a lesser safety over there because I think that guy could cover more open space. I don't believe the corner, and I don't believe that safety, you can have this. Look, a lesser experienced safety, a lesser experienced corner, not as good, and Cooper in the middle. Remember, I got Cooper on the right side in the middle. I trust Q to cover. If you're going to travel Q, dude, that means you trust that guy in space, that he's going to get the ball carrier on the ground. He's probably your third best defensive football player,
All right,
or
we
your
got updates
second
on the
best
injury.
football player.
Good.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm going to give him more responsibility because I think that guy can play out there in space.
No, I hear you. I just wonder who they're going to use to help, if they do use somebody to help, and how they would want that to go. So we do have update sales on the injury report, and it looks pretty good for the Birds.
Okay.
All right. Landon Dickerson, Andrew Makuba, Josh Uche, all upgraded to full participants today. Jalen Carter remained a full participant, and the only person who did not practice today was Tanner McKee with that right thumb injury. No limited participants in practice today. So with the walkthrough tomorrow, that's probably the final injury. Well, I think we get an injury report still tomorrow.
Another one. Yeah, you get another one.
But looks pretty good. Looks pretty good for the Birds in terms of health coming into this game.
What's the one thing you're going to be eyeballing in this game? What's the one thing you want to see in this game against Dallas? Hear me out here on this. I think Dak Prescott, and I tried saying this earlier, some folks didn't follow along. I said Dak's going to throw for over 320 yards, and CD's going to get over 100. Now, are they going to be quality yards? If you're getting yards early, the Cowboys are in the ball game. But I'm going to say this. I think I heard, maybe I did hear your guy because I heard him say they're going to have to throw the ball a lot. And they're going to be playing from behind.
Yeah, well,
so you're going to see a shitload of yards and a shitload of reception yards in this game. But will it be? I'm still in the 30-20, 31-20 room. I'm not. I think they're going to get shit late. I don't believe.
I think 31-20 is a decent score. I don't think that's a bad score at all. I think that's probably pretty close to where I might be. I do think we beat them up. I mean, I don't think that team can hang. I don't. Now, I just don't see it, dude. Like right now, I don't see it. Now, I know you have the NFC East element, all right, but week one, that's an element in the Cowboys' favor. But other than that, I really feel like we're just a better team than them.
Do you really know who the Cowboys are, though, right now?
No, and I think that goes into the advantage of them for them right now.
I got to know what the Eagles are, right?
What you definitely know is what the Eagles' offense is. You don't know what the defense is, but you know what the Eagles' offense is.
Okay, well, then if I'm winning the coin toss, I'm not giving that offense the first go at it to run me off the fucking scoreboard. I'm going to get my offense out there immediately, and I want to try to keep my offense and keep your defense on the field and keep your offense off the field. That would be a priority for me. Why would I want to do this, Zander? Hey, put your boxing gloves on and knock the shit out of me for about 10 plays. Why would I do that? To try to what? To try to fucking put that defense that's already question marks because you traded Michael Parsons? There's too many question marks on that side of the ball. Your strength of your football team, if you have one, it's on your offense, right?
Bro, we might beat the brakes off them.
You don't believe that the Eagle offense is going to start slow?
It depends. I mean, if Landon Dickerson's not out there, which it looks like he's going to be out there, I'm not really predicting that the Cowboys are going to be able to stop the Eagles' run game because they added Kenny Clark. I'm just not. I don't see it. So if the run game is going and you're controlling the clock and you're controlling the line of scrimmage again, in what world is Dallas going to be able to compete with that? I don't see it. Run the ball, control the clock, don't turn the football over, and the Eagles will walk out of there with an easy win. That's what I think. I think it's a simple game plan week one. I really do.
My question is going to be also, how healthy is Landon?
Well, that's a fair question. I mean, he got surgery a couple weeks ago, for crying out loud.
And, I mean, he can't be 100% in that game. Are you telling me still you have the advantage with a 60%
guy? 100%. Why play him?
That's my okay. I'm going to assume because the Eagles are very safe.
Yeah, I think they got to
that
get.
He's got to be 90.
Yeah, I think you got to get. I know you don't like to do this.
No, I
but
agree
think
with
you.
you. I
Gotta give
agree.
him the
It
benefit
can't be
of the
less than
doubt.
that. He
Yeah,
can't be less.
I mean, the Eagles aren't going to play him if there's any injury, if there's risk, any risk associated. At least I don't think they would. But I don't know. I mean, I think Landon's good to go though.
Here's the only thing that this kid. I heard John say it. Here's the only thing that the kid can give the Cowboys is your audible system. Now, will the Eagles change the audible system because Trevor Keegan was there for a couple of years, and the audible?
Dude, Trevor Keegan don't know shit.
Okay, well, I mean, they coach these guys like they're first team guys, so he got first team reps. Again, that would be the only thing, but dude, if you don't know what the Eagles are going to do to you by now being a divisional foe, I mean, that's a crazy comment that they know there's nothing Philly's going to throw at them in this ball game they haven't seen before. You think we see any more? You think we see any kind of screen game, or do you think we see any kind of the fullback played in this ball game on Thursday night? Any fullback stuff or something, a new wrinkle, maybe more to the third down, maybe more to the third receiver, more middle field stuff? Anything different you think we see in this offense?
I mean, I think Patullo tries to put his mark on it. I don't know what that's going to look like yet. I think it's going to be similar around what they do. I mean, you still have Saquon, you still got the offensive line, you still have Jalen who has his skill set. I have a weird feeling, though, that I do think they're going to pass the ball more effectively, or not more effectively, because they were pretty effective last year. I think they're going to pass it more frequently this year. And I don't think for any other reason other than that they're better at it. I think they're going to be better at it this year, and they're going to go to it more because they can. And I think it's going to keep teams on their heels more, and that's going to open things up for Saquon Barkley even more. So I don't know why I feel that way. That's just how I feel. I think they're going to come into the game. I don't think they're going to become 4,500 passing. I'm not saying that. I think they throw the ball, though, 20% more than they threw it last year.
Why?
Well, if they don't have to, then they don't have to. But I think every year, Sills. Well, let me ask you this. This is a better question. So you think if they don't do that, then they're in just as good a position to go back and win?
Yeah.
All right. Well, if you think that, and it doesn't require a different version,
I don't think they need to be anything different than what I don't see anybody in your schedule that's going to threaten you in the run game. There's no team on your schedule. Now, look, here's my problem with upping the passing numbers. Dude, you up the passing numbers, what you're doing is you're upping the chances of turnovers, 3 and outs, bullshit like that, missed catches, overthrows. That keeps other teams in it. When you're a running team, you know what, Zander, I'm expecting 38 rushing attempts on Thursday. You get 38 rushing attempts, you get about 25 passing attempts, you're gonna fucking blast them. It's really gonna be.
Well, if you think we can beat their brakes off and not ever have to throw it, well, shit, maybe that's the approach. But
bro, I think you could throw the ball 10 times in this game on Thursday and kick the shit out.
Well, I think week one's different than the season. I think you asked me what the season you thought, what I thought.
Yeah,
and I think that changes a little bit because I don't know. I mean, I don't think, and again, maybe I'm wrong, and I'll say it if I am, but I don't think the Eagles can do the exact same thing they did last year and march their way to a Super Bowl. Now, I think that's going to be a big part of who they are. I'm not saying it's not going to be a big part of who they are, but just like we had a historic defensive performance last year, like we kind of had a historic running performance too. Like I'm not factoring in we make history 2 years in a row in terms of a statistical outputs for defense or running game. I think it shifts a little bit. I think there's a little bit more of a uniqueness to this season. I think this season has its own identity a little bit more. There's a different configuration or iteration, whatever the word Jalen Hurts used for the 2025 Eagles. I think that's what it's going to be. And in my estimation, it's going to be more of Jalen Hurts and him throwing the ball and getting A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith involved, to a 15 to 20% increase than what they were a year ago. That's where I'm at. And again, I might be wrong. They might come out, hand the ball to Saquon Barkley 35 times and say, who gives a shit? Right. And they might win and beat everybody up. If they say it, I'll be – and the best part about it is I don't care what they do. Just win. That's all I want them to do is just freaking win. And I'll battle with Sills based on the way the variables shift. All right?
Hey,
all I want.
Here he is right here. By the way, we'll read all super chats at the end here. Hit the like button. Here's A.J. Brown on the team not being allowed to go on the field for the Eagles Super Bowl banner ceremony on Thursday because they've been told by their coach that they can't go on the field. We put that to bed a long time ago. We're just ready to go. That's over with. So the team has been told you're not allowed on the field for the banner. Oh, man, I tell you, fucking really. This is really dopey. I mean, dude, these are grown men. You think they know the difference between 2024 and 2025? What do you think? They're 5 years old? Hey, man, go out there, beat them, celebrate, have a good time.
You know what I don't like? I'll tell you what I don't like about it.
Go out there, beat the fuck out of them.
I'll tell you what I don't like about it. I don't like I've always been the type of person that I'd rather you own the situation.
Yeah.
Like, just own it. Like, you won. It's okay. That's a good thing. Say, yeah, we're coming to fucking win again. And anybody that gets in our way, we're going to beat the piss out of them. Like, instead of being like, don't say it. Don't even act like it exists. No, it does exist. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of the thing with the banner night that I talked about in the open of the segment where it was like, just don't lie to me. But, look.
Wait a second.
I'll say this.
Wait.
Devontae Smith spoke recently, though. And he likened, and you're going to lose your mind at this, but he compared Sirianni to Saban. And I'm not saying they're the same guy, but I think Sirianni is the quirky version of Saban from a sense of Sirianni has picked his core philosophies. Whether you agree with them or not, he doesn't care. He is drilling those over and over and over and over again, and everything else is bullshit. It's kind of Saban-esque in that regard. Now, maybe it looked different. They acted different. They had different personalities. But I think the players have grown to appreciate that from Nick. And now that, by the way, it's worked, more people are bought into that. And I don't have a problem with that approach from them. Now, I would prefer them to be honest. But again, I don't really care. I just want them to go and win the game. It's just a talking point here on the National Football Show at 4:19, 2 days before we beat the brakes off the Dallas Cowboys.
So here's another one for you. Well, fuck, man, if this is a distraction, you're telling me that this is a distraction that they don't want to have, but a guy reading a book on the sidelines not. Oh, okay. So, hey, I'm confused here. The guy reading the Beatitudes in what was it, War and Peace or something on the sidelines? So wait a minute. The banner falling is a distraction, but a guy reading a book on the sidelines is not. Oh my God! Holy shit!
I think they're going overboard.
If you get distracted by something
they're
like that,
just
you
going
can be
a little
distracted by anything.
They're just going a little overboard on trying to act like it doesn't exist.
That's bad.
Wait, they're dropping the banner. It's like Nick,
what?
Please.
What?
Don't insult my intelligence, Nick. It's like, just come up and say, hey, we're not going out there. We're focused on bigger things this year. I would have loved that. I would have came on here and said, you hear my fucking boy, Nick. Instead, I got to be like, why'd you have to lie to us, dude? But that's their approach. That's how they're going to handle it. And
yeah, very Saban-ish. That was very Saban-ish.
Well, no, because Saban used to just call it out. That's what I mean. Like, he used to have that approach, but just say, it's rat poison. Yeah, we don't listen to you, that bullshit. Like, that's it. Yeah. He addressed it. He owned his stance.
Yeah, he would go like this. That banner falling's rat poison.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I would have been loving that if he did that. Oh my, I would have been I would have been beating Sills up today. Are you kidding me? No, I don't know. That's just kind of, I think that's the differences though between Nick and Sirianni and Saban, right? They're a little bit different.
One guy's going to look you in the face and go like this. Well, you're bullshit. That's not what this is. And the other guy's going to go, what the fuck? Really? It was banner night in Philly? No way. It's banner night? I never knew any. They've been talking about it in Philly for like months. Are you crazy? He's like, I've never heard anything about it. What do you mean banner night? I'm like, oh my, holy shit. How about them telling Vic to shut the fuck up?
Yeah, they definitely told him that. Even John agreed with you on that.
Dude, hey, Vic,
Did you
Get
see
this.
that? Wait, have you ever seen that stream, dude? I Show Speed. Have you
No.
ever seen him? Yeah, you've probably seen him on your timeline, dude. He is. This kid's apparently he's at the NovaCare. He's doing like this world tour where he streams for like 35 days straight. Can I just say about this kid? I have never seen a kid more entertaining than this guy. He is the most entertaining guy I've ever seen. He's just every setting he's in, I'm just like, bro, he does the funniest stuff. And I got a kick out of it. And apparently he's at Philly. He's in Philly today for his world tour. And I saw him at Pat's Steaks earlier today. And then apparently he's at the NovaCare. I don't know. I've been on the show. Is he at NovaCare?
What's his name?
I Show Speed or something. You've definitely seen him. Oh, look, here he is. On the oh my goodness, dude! All the South Philly kids are all the bunch of kids are lined up outside NovaCare to see this kid. I'm telling you, this kid is a star, dude. He's massive.
I Show Speed. I got a guy here on my
yeah. If you type in I Show Speed, he's that. That's him.
He's somebody big,
dude. Huge, bigger than you're thinking. He's got like 50 million plus followers. He's huge.
All right.
He's funny, man. He is. I get a kick out of that dude, man. These new age streamers are classic.
Okay. All right. I will definitely, because I got a DM from somebody from this. I think does he have a producer?
No, I don't think he would be DMing you. He's not that type of dude.
Okay.
He's not in sports at all.
Probably not him then.
Well, I guess he is. He walks around. I don't know. He's been to China. He does all this shit.
Okay.
I was looking at this kid's page the other day. I'm like, man, this dude is going on.
What does he do? He goes all over like all the facilities?
Oh, no. This is the first NFL facility I think he's been out. He asked Howie Roseman what he did. I think it's just like he does like this world tour. I don't know, man. He's interesting. He's in every realm possible.
Okay, I'm gonna check it out then. I definitely will because I love entertaining.
Oh, he's entertaining. He's a youngster though. He's not for your. At least I don't think he's for your generation. He's definitely.
Dude, I like entertaining. I don't give a shit how old it is. I'm like, you're good. You're good. I don't really. I'm looking for all those kind of guys.
But look at Brian Pumper. Why would Speed be at NovaCare 2 days from the big game? This franchise is out of control.
Yeah, because they would tell him he's not allowed in, tell him to be quiet, and like, hey, don't forget it's banner night. Fucking banner night. God, your guy is such a bullshit artist, dude. I'm not comparing that guy to Nick Saban. Are you crazy? He's Nick Saban-ish. Yeah, that's not what I saw. What are you back about? Are you kidding me? SEC night? We don't know anything about SEC night. Yeah. Hey, so wait, what are you making him? They told Vic to shut the fuck up. I mean,
Vic listened.
That's not exactly what I want when we're not talking about this. We're not talking about Eric Allen and Deion Sanders.
Nah, different take on this. I got a different take. I think selfishly, as a talk show host, you want them to say shit. Whether they say shit or not has less than zero impact on their success. The two greatest coaches, arguably, and the NFL greatest coach of all time, and Bill Belichick, and my estimation, the greatest college football coach of all time, and Nick Saban, are two guys who gave nothing. So Vic has been honest, and it's been cool, and it's always fun to listen to his press conferences, but it doesn't change shit. I mean, come on, it doesn't change anything.
No, it doesn't. Not for banner night. I don't know about banner night.
Well, that's who his head coach is. How can you expect Vic to not change?
Banner night. Hey, let's get to some super chats here, my friend. Banner night? What do you mean banner night?
Nick Sabiani. Nick Sabiani.
Nick Sabiani. By the way, Brad Sham's going to join us soon.
Oh, good. Ask him why that franchise sucks so bad.
He does own 3 Super Bowl rings.
Yeah, one. Have they turned to dust yet?
No, they're in a museum, I think.
Yeah, they're like
right? They're in a museum. They should be in the Smithsonian right now.
All right, you ready to get to some supers?
Yeah, let's get to some supers.
Brian Pump says, sorry, fellas. our Eagles look unfocused this year. We got dudes creating new podcasts, new cereals, and now we're inviting streamers to the NovaCare complex. SMH, right? Did you see Cooper DeJean released a cereal yesterday?
No, what?
Coop's Crunch.
I love that kid. Holy shit, do I
Dude, Cooper DeJean is the only guy on this team that can do no wrong in Sileo.
Nothing.
This guy could be reading a
Nothing.
book on the side. He
Nothing.
could do anything in Sileo. It's going to be like, I
No.
love Cooper
I love this
DeJean.
guy. I love this guy, man. Oh, yeah, this guy can't do shit wrong except get beaten games.
Cooper
That's it.
Crunch, dude.
Cooper Crunch.
Crunch. I
And
think
he's
that's the name,
crunching
isn't
it
it?
over at Wildwood, too.
Wait, is it Coop's Crunch or was I wrong? I thought it was Coop's Crunch. Let me go look up this dude.
Coop's Crunch. That's freaking.
Yeah, it's Coop's Crunch. Wait.
Let me see the cover. I want to see the cereal box. I might even buy some.
You'll love the cover. You will love the cover.
Look at Pump saying we're all y'all losing.
Oh.
You're not losing.
Oh wait, let me get it on blurry. This dude's eating cereal. Oh, there he is.
Coop, there it is. I see it now. There it is. Coop's. Yeah.
I was sitting over the cereal box.
Come
on, Coop. Come on, Coop.
Coop's Crunch. I'm gonna get me some of it. $13 a box.
13 a box? Is that what it is? Oh, come on, that's highway robbery.
Forget
Ain't nobody
it.
eating that, Coop.
I'm hanging on to my Cheerios. Forget it.
I'm not a cereal guy.
$13 a box. No, thank you, man. Coop's Crunch. No.
Obviously, Senor bought Coop's Crunch.
Let's see here.
All right, here we go. Big Flex says, Big Ten is on the CBS, you fat doofus. Hold that L.
Fox has the Big Ten.
I thought CBS had it too.
No.
Don't they both share it?
A little bit, but Fox is the primary network for the Big Ten.
Let's look it up on the fly here.
Yep.
Who is the primary?
Joe Klatt does all Big Ten games. He doesn't do any other games.
Fox is the Big Ten's primary broadcasting partner, holding first selection rights for football games, though CBS and NBC also broadcast Big Ten football games, with games airing on the Big Ten Network and streaming on Peacock. So, a little bit of you both are right.
Well, the primary is Fox.
The primary is Fox.
Thank you. Yep.
Emre says, it's better than that horse food cereal, Sileos.
I don't eat cereal, douchebag.
Oh, man. Delahan, I think you got this, but I'll say it. Sirianni doesn't want to see the banner drop. It's about him, not the team, just the control of his emotions. You don't want to cry again. That might be true.
The banner's dropping? I can't believe the banner. What's the banner night?
two boxes for $24.99. Yo, Coop, what out, dog?
Not happening, dude.
Who makes this cereal? Is it like a Kellogg's brand or something? Like, who makes this thing? Let me look this thing up. Coop's
Big Dom. Big Dom makes it.
Oh my gosh. It's coopscrunchcereal.com.
Oh
wait, it's for a good cause, I think. All right, that's better. That's better. It's for the Iowa University of Iowa Stead Family Children's Hospital. Okay, I can respect that. That's a little different. You guys should have told me that it was $13 for a charity.
Yeah, me too. I didn't know that. Dude, that hospital, have you seen that hospital? It's right outside the stadium that they have there. And
wait, I want the cereal bowl. Look at this thing, dude. Are you kidding me? I know you want it too, Sileo. You want the Cooper DeJean cereal bowl. I might have to buy a couple and give them away.
I do.
I might have to buy a couple and give them away.
I do. I love it.
Dude, look at the cereal. Look at the bowl. That's the bowl on the left.
Holy shit, the bowl comes with it?
Yeah, I don't know. It's $8.99.
Oh, my God.
Load that to the cart, folks.
I'm going to add that to the cart.
12-pack, 120 beans.
Hey, Zander, you should give some of those away.
Yeah, we should. Let's order it. Add it to the cart, folks.
Yeah, you should give some of those away.
You got to love it. Let's see what we got. I got $128 on effing cereal. Can I spend that money right now? If you told me when I woke up today you're going to spend $128 on cereal, I'd have slapped you upside the head.
Holy cow.
Oh,
That's a
man.
great cause, though, dude.
Wait, I don't know. Is it full? Is all the proceeds go to that? I'm not really sure. I'll look it up after.
Yeah. No, that's good stuff, man. Where the hell is Brad? Let me see where Brad is here, man.
Dude,
Hopefully
he's
I didn't
fine. He
get
just texted me back a little bit ago. He'll be on, bro.
Oh, okay,
He just
good.
texted me
Okay,
back.
gotcha.
He texted me back at 4:01. He'll be good.
Good. Okay. I know they're traveling in now.
Keith, everything I purchase gets itemized. Basically, everything I purchase gets itemized, my friend.
Even Big Sales.
Big Sales is my biggest itemizer. Are you kidding me? This dude is a multi-billionaire after this, dude. Brian Pump says the cereal better come with a W on Thursday, or Brian Pumper will cook these dudes.
Hey, Pump, I tell you, I don't see a close game, but I wouldn't be shocked if it's a close half.
All right, so Flexen's taking a shot back at you. $10 super chat. Thank you, Flex.
Thank you,
He
Flex.
says, Sill said no games.
I never
on
said that.
CBS.
I
He
said
got
they were
to
the
hold that
primary
L
series.
like a cannoli.
Never said that. He's a fucking liar. He's trying to make himself seem fucking right. I said CBS has or Fox has the Big Ten games, and the SEC is ESPN. You can make it anything you want, Flex, and you're fucking lying. Thank you for the super. Next.
SmackDown, we going 10 boxes on Jacob. I'm going 10 boxes, 10 bowls. And we're giving away on Jacob Sports. I'm ordering them after I get off the show. You think I'm kidding? I'm doing it. We'll order 10 boxes and 10 bowls.
I like the bowls, dude. I mean, I like the whole deal.
Let me put in 10 bowls and see what this is going to run me. 10 boxes and 10 bowls. I'm looking at 210 beaners.
Jesus criminy. He's going back for the Bulls.
There you go, folks. Is it a Jacob purchase or is it not, folks? What do you think? Let me know.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's good shit, man.
Well, I think we got one more super. Nick says, what's Banner Night? Sirianni voiced by Sills.
What's a bit? Is it really Banner Night? No, it can't be. I never fucking heard of that. There's no such thing. You're not allowed to go out. Hey, what do you make of that, though? You're not allowed to go out and see the banner. You're not allowed to talk repeat. You're not allowed to wear gear. You're not allowed to wear your ring. Jesus criminy, man. These guys are grown men. I mean, you don't know the difference? I mean, it's really dorky. I mean, how is that not dumb? We're not talking about 18-year-old kids. We're talking about 30-year-old, 25-year-old men. Hey, you're not allowed to use the word repeat. You're not allowed to wear a hat. You're not allowed to go out see the banner fall. You're not allowed to do any of that. Sit in your
rat
room
poison
until you come out.
Rat poison, Sileo.
No. That's not what was said. Here's what was said. Well, yeah, Thursday. What are we even playing a game?
Yo, look at this dude. Ask J-Mac. He's eating Micah Charms as we speak.
No, he's eating Van Sumeren Charms.
Micah Charms is hilarious, dude.
He's eating Micah Charms.
So funny.
I freaking love it, man. Micah Charms.
Oh, goodness gracious.
You got to love Jerry, though, don't you, dude? Sending his Cowboys into, getting slaughtered after you get rid of your top Cowboy. I mean, dude, I think you have to. Oh, I heard this today. Somebody told me Armando Salguero said that he was around the Cowboy locker room. Everybody's talking in low voices right now. Nobody's really happy. They're trying to make the best of it. You know, Dak is walking around the locker room going, "Hey, at least we got something settled." You know, you're trying to overcome it. You know, but man, you put such a giant speed bump in the way of your football team prior to going in. You had no chance anyway. Now you give yourself a lesser of a chance.
Francis says, don't you think he ran this by his team leaders? Well, Francis, if you missed the beginning of our segment, I think we talked about that wasn't the problem not doing. Well, I don't think it was the problem. I think the way he acted like he didn't know it was banned. Francis, do you like being you're a grown man? I assume, Francis. Just say, Francis, don't you think it would have been better if he just came out and said, we're not falling for that distraction. My team will be in the locker room, and when we come out onto the field, we'll be ready to play a ball game on Thursday night.
I have a good comparison. Are you ready? I have a show on Monday. What? I have a show on Monday? I have a show on Monday. Okay. This guy.
So, how do you feel that you're batting like 100?
Oh, I'm betting a trillion right now, and knowing that guy's a bullshit artist.
How does it feel that you're covering the best team in the NFL?
Oh, a lot. I heard you talk. Actually, I must have caught some of that interview.
Yeah, you did.
That guy, he said something.
You were going in and out in the Big Sill studios at home.
And he goes like, it's interesting covering them, but I like covering winners. And it's dope being able to cover somebody who can kick some dust up, make some stupid shit, and then go out and beat a team 38-10. I think there's coolness to that. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, the Cowboys make a lot of noise and get mowed over. The Eagles make a lot of noise and they mow people over. You know, I compare Jerry Jones to this. You may be too young for this, Zander, but I compare him to like George Steinbrenner.
Yeah, we talked about this a little bit before.
He's like George Steinbrenner. But the difference is that the boss demanded winning all the time. He fired everybody. He couldn't take losing. He thinks losers are for like whatever. Jerry is just like, it almost like he's accepted it now. You know?
Yeah.
It's just almost like he's totally accepted.
No, there's no doubt. We'll see we'll see. I think Thursday night's going to be a bloodbath for the Cowboys.
I do too. I do too. All right, we get them all?
I think we got them all, brother.
All right. I'm going to take a time out before we get our guy on here.
Yeah, I don't know where. I'll text him again. I'll call him.
All right. We'll see where he is here, and we'll see if we can get him up here, bud.
Remember, it is 4:30 there. I'm wondering if he thought 4:30 Central.
That's what I'm thinking, too, because Dallas is Central Time.
Yeah, so it's 3:30 down there.
Yeah, I'm thinking now he's probably going to be doing 5:30.
Okay.
Because when he said, because I asked him Eastern Time, I get the text, too.
Yeah, he might have missed it.
And so he's probably thinking that it's going to be 5:30. So we'll get him on here. Brad is like he's the Merrill Reese for the Cowboys. He's been calling Cowboy games for over 30 years. Dude, tomorrow's going to be the eve of the game.
I know. I'm pumped. I'm just ready for
what time's our pregame?
6:30, probably.
6:30?
Probably.
6:30. Wow. We're pregame already. Holy cow. Boss. This is going to be a big September.
Flexen says, bring me on so I can roast Sills like a chicken.
Hey, Flexen, sit back in your corner there with your dunce hat on. Okay? With the aluminum foil.
Oh!
Just go put your aluminum foil hat on, ding dong.
Oh!
Go get ahead of yourself here, kid. Always remember, Big Sills knows more than you. And will always. Go sit in your corner here. Hey, by the way.
Flex.
Hey, Flexen, you better pray to the gods of Nick Sirianni. You guys win the Super Bowl this year.
Where's my boy Easy for Sheezy? Is he in here?
Hey, let me ask you this, man.
Uh-oh.
All right. What's the minimum you'll take this year for this team for a successful season?
I think they're going to the NFC title game.
Okay.
I think that would be good. I mean, I think if they fell short
3 NFC title games in 4 years? Yeah.
Well, I mean, to be clear, if they don't make it there, I think it will be largely viewed as a little bit of a letdown from what the expectation was. But if they get there and they lose, I think you can live with – look, I mean, the reality of it is I know we all want to win.
You're not going to win every year.
Yeah, you're not going to win every year. So, like, what is the realistic way to look at a season when you don't raise the banner? Is it – you as a fan can probably be upset. Yeah, I understand that. But you can't just write off and say a season was unsuccessful because of that. So if they end up in the NFC title game, I'm feeling pretty good about that. But I do think they're going to go further. I think they're going to make the Super Bowl this year. I think the biggest hurdle is going to come in the Super Bowl this year.
I think it's going to depend on who the matchups are in the playoffs. I think if you get Green Bay in a divisional round or you get Detroit or Tampa in a divisional round.
Look at this fucking cheese ball. They're effing repeating. I had the balls to say, yo, dickhead, you want me to pull out my thing from March that says I got him repeating? You and every other Eagle fan on planet Earth has him repeating. That doesn't give you balls, Kenzo. What a dumbass thing to say. Literally go on Twitter. Every fan in the world has Eagles are going to repeat. That's what fans say. I have balls. You don't have shit, Kenzo. Shut your little pile, dork.
Hey, man. Oh, man. This is
Stupid-ass
going
comment, Kenzo.
Hey. That's exactly.
Dude's
That's
got a lot of dumb comments on this channel. A lot of dumb comments.
I know. You're still hanging at 14 wins?
I had 13.
13 wins.
Yeah, I had 13 wins for the team.
So we're 48 hours now. Let me give you my final. No more changing.
Yeah, have you picked your NFC?
No.
Have you picked your Super Bowl teams yet?
No.
What are you waiting on? September 2nd, hot shot.
Tomorrow's the eve, Junior Polls.
This dude is waiting.
Hey.
How much more insight do you need?
Tomorrow's the eve of the season. I got you going there.
Believe me. Making some predictions tomorrow.
Put your trust in Big Sills and how we do this. I got you covered here. Tomorrow's the eve of the season. You can't go back on anything. This is it. It's cemented. You pour the cement here. That's why I'm asking you. So you got 13 wins still with that cheeseball defense and your co-starters. Your 4 co-starters.
Cheeseball defense.
Cheeseball defense. Wait a minute. Put this in your fucking book. Hey, it's either going to be your type or it's going to be a cheeseball defense.
You called it the Lindbergh cheese defense all the way through the Super Bowl last year. They were the best. They were a historic unit.
Okay, well, this won't be.
Says who?
It says Big Sills.
Okay, and you said that last year. So why should I listen to your ass?
Okay, because get this, guys. So for 3 of the 4 years, I'm nails on. Last year, you went.
What a fake narrative!
How's that fake? I was wrong in 21, where I said
you shot like 50% from the field.
22, I told you were going to go to the. I picked you to go to the Super Bowl.
Your first take was one of your words.
I picked you to go to the Super Bowl in 22. No one else did.
That you did.
23, I said you were going to fall apart like you did. Okay, you're right. Last year. All right. How's that? When you and Seth Joyner were going, they're 10-1, douchebag. I went, you're a phony team.
I haven't. Yeah.
Okay. Well, so either this is going to be this here. We're going to find out. And like Jalen says, or the second best player on the offense, or the third best player. Wait, third best or fourth best? Who was the number 1 guy voted by?
We got an extension done. Oh, no. Never mind.
I know it ain't Reed's.
No, I thought it was because I saw this graphic on my Twitter. But this is bad for the Eagles. He just signed with Athletes First.
That means it's David Magula.
Yep. So he ain't
giving him a deal.
I don't think he's taking a deal this year.
Nope. That's a guy to get shopped in the open market.
No, Mulligetter's going to say to him, you want to make 10 mil or you want to go to the open market and make 20 next year? You tell me.
You know what his agent probably did? His agent said, you should take this fucking deal here, this under market deal.
Yeah.
And this is what Reed went like this. No, we're not doing that.
Who's Cooper DeJean's agent? Because Cooper and Reed are pretty tight.
You don't think he has that guy too, do you? Wow, if he's got David Magula. No way. He's got to have clutch.
I don't know who Cooper has.
All right.
I'm looking it up. It's not showing up.
It could be a smaller. Is it Rosenhaus?
No. Where the fuck is Cooper DeJean agent?
I got to find that out. Yes.
It says booking agent. I don't want a booking agent for a publicist.
No. Let me look at NFLPA here.
I got it here.
Okay.
Kyle McCarthy from Athletes First.
That's Magula. Yep. So he's going to be you're not re-signing that guy for anything south of 30. I'm talking Cooper DeJean. And now Reed Blankenship is going to demand Derwin James money. Eagles are not paying that. You're not paying him $15 million.
No, you're not.
They are not.
You're not.
If Davis plays great, Davis is going to get a 3-year contract extension at 20. And you're going to spend $65 million in your tackles alone. Okay?
I mean, don't you think it's a little funny, guys, that Reed's like up for an extension and he changes his agent today?
Totally what I said. His contract's in March.
Yeah, but he's eligible now.
Yeah. That's why the goalposts have been moved, not by you, Zander, but by everybody that I kept asking.
I don't think that's a good thing. I saw some dude commented to me. He said extension coming soon. I don't see this that way. Yeah, I don't see this that way.
Now, if he gets out of the gate, plays great for 6 weeks, that may change it for them. But do you really think that they're going to give a safety?
Dude, how are they going to pay? If he plays great for the first 6 weeks, how much you giving him?
They're going to demand 15
minimum.
Are
you paying Reed that when you got to pay Jalen Carter 40?
No way. Not when I drafted 2 safeties. Also, I drafted 2 safeties, 2nd and 3rd round.
Eagles got to tread lightly because him and Cooper DeJean, they're like a little bit. It's like almost a little weird. They do everything together. They were on the T-shirt together. They're like the exciting whites together. They're like on a podcast together. Now they're making cereals together. Like it's like a fucking
let me
weird.
ask you this: say your edge rushers play up to Josh Sweat, and what was Josh's last year? He made 18 million, right? Something like that. 18, 19 million he made in Philly, right? He made a lot of money. Remember he signed that one deal? And he was on a 1-year deal, right? Was it like 15 or 16, something like that? So you're going to have those 2 edge. Nolan Smith is up at the end of this year. You know that, right?
No, he's not up.
He's up for an extension.
Well, you can, but you have.
Well, doesn't he usually
this year? You have 3 more years of Nolan Smith.
Okay, wait, but he's eligible to get money.
He's eligible. He's not going to get it right away.
Okay.
Jordan Davis didn't get it right away. Why would Nolan Smith?
Boy, I'll tell you what. I'd rather pay Nolan Smith if Nolan Smith looks like he has stepped in for Josh Sweat versus giving a guy where I can replace in a set. Dude, you can replace Reed Blankenship. What if that secondary has troubles in that Cowboy game? You pay him $15 million.
Big Marsh says Magula has turned, Mulugeta or whatever his name is, has turned into a team killer. He's not good for the NFL or for nobody.
Tell you what, there'll be tough negotiating going back and forth between any Cowboy players or the Cowboys drafting any guys from that dude. Now, to his, David Magula was right in the fact that Jerry was trying to screw the kid over $30 million. I mean, Zander, there was an initial offer of 40. He signed for 47. Over 4 years, that's $28 million.
I don't know. Wasn't he? He was on like First Take today. I think the agent spewing a bunch of shit. So I don't know who to believe. I mean, honestly, I don't really care. Honestly, I really don't. But I care about how it impacts the Eagles.
Well, I care how he's going to negotiate with Howie. Because doesn't that affect the negotiating how he'll do with Howie?
Yeah, definitely. And for Cooper DeJean, too. Bye-bye, Reed. That safety money is Coops, in my opinion. I agree.
Man. So how do you read that we changed agents? I'll tell you how I read it.
It means he wants to maximize the next contract he signs. That's what that means. What else does it mean? What else could it mean?
That the Eagles undercut him and lowballed him like they did Josh Sweat.
Yep. And he got a second opinion probably, and then he went with the new agent.
His agent probably told him you should sign this deal, and he said,
"Oh, I mean, it doesn't take a contract specialist to look at the average annual value of safeties in the NFL and say $10 million is an underpay." So,
I bet you they came in lower. I bet you they came in like 9, 8.
That's where John said he thought they were going to come in.
Right, and he wants to be in the 12 to 15.
Right, I think higher than that. I think he wants to be higher than that. Have you looked at the safety list recently? Look, let's pull it up together. Give me a sec. I'll pull it up right here. Got to close out of my Coops Crunch tag.
This guy spent $300 on cereal and bowls.
I didn't do it. If I got like 10 members, I would do it, but I'm not doing it. I'm not doing that. That's dumb.
$200 on cereal and bowls.
Legitimate cereal. All right, here we go. This is Cooper DeJean. Go NFL. What do we want to look at here?
Safeties,
contracts. Should be able to go by position.
Yeah.
Position. Safety. I should be able to log in. I thought I had an account on this thing. Average value. Look at these, dude. The 10th highest paid safety in the league is making $14.5 or $18 million. Well, no, let's go average value. So the 10th highest paid is Javon Holland making $15.1 a year.
Yeah, but he's not that good.
Dude, Kyle Duggar, Cam Bynum.
Now the kid Duggar, okay, the guy from New England. Okay, yes.
Jalen Petre, $13 million. Hufanga for 13. Josh Metellus for 12. Grant Delpit for 12. Dude, he's in this range.
He's there in that 12.
Jimmy Ward's making 10.5. Julian Love's making $11 million.
Wait a minute. Wait. He's not better than Chauncey Gardner.
Yeah, well, Chauncey's making 9. He got. That's because nobody wants to pay Chauncey.
That shows me right there that fucking Howie made that thing look even dumber. Look at the markets for guys that are playing safety. You had a $9 million guy who was your best safety a year ago, and you want to pay your lesser guy more? How did make that make sense to me? He's not better than Gardner Johnson. You know what I'm saying? I mean, how do you make that make sense to me, Zander?
Let's look at the biggest contracts here.
It's Kyle Hamilton. He's $25 million.
Oh, I know that, yeah. Kirby Joseph got 86. Wow. Kirby Joseph got 50, just signed one of the biggest contracts in football and safeties, and then got beat by $14 million.
So you think you're gonna wait? Reed Blankenship wants $30 million in guarantees.
I don't know what he wants. Where'd you hear that?
Well, I'm looking at the numbers here for these guys that are making 14 and 15.
Well, yeah, what do you think? I mean, he's going to want a lot of money,
17 million. He's not that play.
Well, you know what else? They just made him a captain. Do you think that improved his value? I mean, he's a captain on the Eagles defense. I think that improves his value. It shows you that he's an integral part of that defense.
Depends on how well they play this year.
Well, I know, but I'm saying even
captain being a part on the 28th ranked pass defense is not going to be good.
Yeah, but even being a part of last year's defense, that lure and that pedigree after losing key players will help his stuff.
Okay, if you're the Eagles, though, aren't you saying this? Well, let's see how he plays without Gardner Johnson.
Well, definitely, but you're also
because the 2 years he was there, Gardner Johnson was a Super Bowl guy, and the 1 year he wasn't. The guy they were ranked 28th in pass defense.
Big Marsh says, hell no, I love Reed, but he's just not worth that money. We must say goodbye. I don't know, man. You got to be careful, Marsh. Look, I hear you, and I honestly, I'm more in your boat, Big Marsh, than not. But you got to be careful about taking at that many. Now you're taking another guy in the secondary off. Like, dude, you're relying on kind of recreating the magic with 3 out of 5 new players in the back. That's tough to do, man. That's tough to do. You got to tread lightly there because they've already lost a lot of guys on defense.
Okay, well then how about if they did this? How about if they just decided, all right, well, we're going to put Coop in that spot, Reed spot, and put him at safety.
And then what?
You replace Reed with you replace Reed with Cooper, and you drafted a second and third rounder for the strong.
But again, what? Now you need 2 corners.
You need a slot. He's not a corner. You still
need a corner.
You need a corner. You need a corner now.
I mean, Adoree Jackson ain't doing it.
I got it. But what I'm saying is if Reed leaves, I'm gonna put Cooper in that spot.
I know, but I think there's a slot. I think there's like a pendulum or like a seesaw effect of like, if you can balance it, but like if you go a little far, that thing's going to tip the other way, man.
Like they did this year. They went a little too far, don't you think?
Well, we don't know that yet. They haven't played a game.
Okay.
Look at this dude.
Wait, look at this dude. They got co-starters everywhere.
They haven't played a game.
And I know we still haven't figured out who's playing. We got guys battling for jobs.
I appreciate this optimism.
Non-banner night.
That's what I'm going to call it. He says Adoree Jackson's locking it down Thursday.
Hey, I'm going to call it non-banner night.
Yeah, it's like what a fake news narrative from Nick.
Not banner night. What you talking about? No banner fucking dropping on you.
We're not gonna. We got to be careful. I mean, I know everybody's like loves our offense and everything, but I know people have
money wise, don't they?
People have struggled with this conversation in the past, but
yeah.
I think all Eagles fans would be smart to start to think a little bit more about this. You know, I know everybody's like, "Oh, get rid of Reed." That's a lot of dudes you're getting rid of on the defense. Now, let me give you a crazy stat, Sills. You ready?
Yeah.
The most expensive NFL offenses. Ready? Number 5 is Detroit, $188 million. Number 4 is Minnesota, $189 million. Number 3 is Cincinnati, $192 million. At the bottom, I'll give you the top 2 in a second. At the bottom of the list, Seattle's is $96 million, New Orleans is $116 million, and New York Jets are $122 million. All the way at the top of the list, number 2 is San Francisco at $202 million, a $10 million increase over Cincinnati. And at 1 is the Philadelphia Eagles at $247 million, $45 million more than the second highest placed team. Now, ready? I'm not done. The NFL's most expensive defenses. Number 1 is Houston, $179 million. Number 2 is Pittsburgh, $173 million. Number 3 is Jacksonville, $162 million. Another reason they're not going to pay Trayvon Walker. Thank you very much. Number 4 is Chicago, $158 million. Number 5 is Denver, $155 million. And then all the way down at the bottom, number 30 is the LA Chargers at $101 million. And a massive jump down to 31 at $68 million is your Philadelphia Eagles, and the LA Rams are the last team in the league in terms of defensive spending with $53 million. So you're coming in at 31 on defensive spending with $68 million, and offensive spending, you're coming in at number 1 with $247 million. Now, a lot of this is circumstantial. A lot of this is circumstantial because there are all the defenses on rookie contracts. But again, project into the future. Do you want to let every guy that comes up for a contract on defense go? Or do you want to move on from an offensive player? I don't know.
Wait. This is what I've been telling you the last 3 years. They don't.
I agree. Slugger says the right thing.
Let guys get to their second contract.
But it is a function of youth because all of our best defenders are on rookie contracts. It's not like in our best defender, Bond, who's paid. So you're right, Slager. It is more of a function of youth, but I'm projecting ahead. Like people say, don't pay Reed because we got other people to pay. Should we think about maybe messing up the offense a little bit? I know people don't like that conversation.
Well, that's AJ.
I hate to say it, but probably right.
Okay, but now get this: when you say it's a function,
you can't get rid of AJ, though, dude.
I'm just saying it's one of those guys. You're not getting rid of Devontae. It's too team friendly. Okay, you're not. And the bell cow on your team outside your quarterback is your running back. Well, either that or you got to go with one of your old linemen. Pick one. Landon, Mulata, Lane. Now Lane is going to retire soon, so you're going to get some relief there when he retires in a couple of years. But
well, I mean, look, Dalton says we're not getting rid of AJ. Dalton, I agree, we're not getting rid of AJ. But Dalton, be logical about it, Dalton, as best you can. I just gave you the numbers on how much they're paying on offense and how much they're paying on defense. With all the guys coming on defense, is your preference then to just let them walk every year and keep draft? Maybe that's honestly, that might be the Eagles' perspective too. They might pay Jalen Carter and everybody else starts rotating.
That's right.
That could be possible. But you have to think about it from a real sense. You can't just say we're not getting rid of AJ and nobody's got to go. You can't pay Jalen Carter $40 million. You can't pay Nolan Smith. You can't pay Zach Bond. Can't pay Cooper and Quinion. Like things are going to shift. How are they going to shift? I don't know yet.
I'm going to show you something else. Do you know what the ramifications are of Keely Ringo not panning out? You know what the financial ramifications?
Well, not really, because he would be due for an extension after.
No. You know what the ramifications are?
What?
Are you going to now go pay for a corner? Or are you going to try drafting another corner?
Probably try drafting.
Okay. Well, then you're going to get cheaper again, and there's going to be more. That's the number 2 position on the field, Zander, when it comes to misses next to quarterback is cornerback play. Howie doesn't have a great track record outside of DeJean and outside of Q. That organization doesn't That's a hard, and it's across the league. 68% failure rate is at that corner position coming out of the draft.
No, you're right. I mean, they've done pretty well. The last 2 corners they drafted were very
That's right.
At the top of the round, not in the late rounds.
Okay.
Mikey brings up a good point. Mikey, and I will say this, while I do bring that up and I question or wonder how it's going to change, I'm not going to sit here and play accountant. Howie's proven he's better at it than anybody, so he'll figure it out. But Shred says Lane retires in 2 years. Goddard isn't here next year. They'll restructure Hurts' contract. How much will that save? That probably save you $40-50 million right there. Plus probably an increase in the cap, another $50 million.
But that money's going to Jalen Carter. That Goddard money is going to be going to Carter.
No. Well, remember, the cap's going to increase
18% it goes up. Every year, 12 to 18%.
Yeah, so it's going to go up almost $50 million in the next 2 years.
Okay. Well, so are your salaries. See, what's happening, Zander, the salaries are outperforming the cap increase. Look at what you're paying for edge rushers now.
Yeah.
Do you realize how much money do you think you're going to be paying for edge rushers in 2 years? Right now, you're paying $47 million.
I'm not yet sold that they're going to pay Nolan.
Okay. You're not paying him 47, but you're going to pay him 30.
Anything over 25, I'm not in the room. He's not reliable enough. If you're gonna shift your philosophy to pay the defense, you can't. You got to have reliable guys. Now, maybe if Nolan has a great year, guess what? They're going to pay him. I'm going to be wrong. They're going to pay him.
You mean available?
I don't think Nolan's there just yet. Not in my eyes.
Who would you rather pay, Nolan or Reed?
Honestly, based on the way you've broken down the edge rushers,
Reed makes more economical sense, doesn't he?
He makes more economical sense, and does he make a more football sense? Think about it.
Yeah.
Reed's the anchor of the entire secondary from a quarterback, from a vocal standpoint, from all their different things, a glue in a sense, versus we just got done talking about how the Eagles have different expectations for their edge rushers, technically expectations that are easier to reach.
What's the name of that defense? Two high safety, Vic Fangio. Okay.
Right.
Well, it doesn't say two edge rusher safety.
Yeah, it's true.
It says two high safety. Okay. The linebacker position, he's fixed. I don't think he's fixed the safety position yet. Do you? They've tried it. They've drafted corner. They've drafted safeties. Is Reed getting this agent is wild. It makes me think they gave him an $8.5 million offer and he laughed at it. Then
Maybe
he went
they did.
on a horse.
Maybe they did. I am with Kevin, though, who says let Howie cook. I do agree. We got a couple more supers. Let's get to them. I got to run because I got shit to do here.
Gotcha, brother.
Rick says A.J. Brown getting traded next year. I don't think so, Slick. I
think there's one more year involved. I think there's one more year.
In Philly?
Yeah, I think there's one more year.
Yeah, because remember, they're going to pay Carter next summer, but that money's not going to hit the books for a little while.
No. And plus, as long as they don't touch the voided years, they're going to be able to extend that phony money out.
Yeah, but there is some.
He could have 2 more years here.
Like if Lane retires, he might still have some money on the books. But
you mean dead money? Maybe.
Yeah, dead money. Kyle Kakorshi says, Sills, I understand it's the second week of college football, but what positions are looking deep for next year's draft?
Quarterback, edge rusher, wide receiver.
Yeah, wide receiver.
Defensive tackle, O-line.
Wide receiver looks insane. There's a lot of good players coming up right now.
Bro, I'm going to tell you, this is the best draft in 25 years coming up.
Yeah, and the Cowboys have 4 picks in the next 2 years. So,
and Howie's got 12 picks next year.
Howie's a little later, but that's all right.
I got to tell you, but you can parlay that up and move up, man.
Here's Maurice. He checks in. Who says that Jalen Carter wants $40 million? He might take a friendly deal like Devontae. So
why would he?
Maurice, I'm not going to get into that because I don't know. 1 and 2, I'm not going to judge. I'm not going to be mad at a player.
Really, Devontae's the only guy that's taking a team-friendly deal.
Yeah, and if Jalen wants to make his money, man, I can't.
A.J. Brown didn't take a team-friendly deal.
I'm not the type of dude that criticizes players for getting paid. No. Big Marshall says, good or bad, I already have in my mind Nolan's not getting paid. That's why I won't purchase his jersey.
Yeah. Well,
I'm not sure if he's getting paid.
You're not. I don't believe they're going to give him $15 million. I just don't. You need to ask John that question, okay? Ask him that tomorrow on Birds 365. If you think that, because you don't hire a guy like that if you're happy with your agent. You understand? I mean, you're not happy with the negotiations.
Kimberly says Carson Beck reminds me exactly of Purdy.
A little bit. I see that, Kimberly. I think I'll tell you what. One thing is that definite is that a year ago in Georgia, he didn't have the receivers with all those drops, and he didn't have the offensive line. If he has a team in front of him, he looks like a very functional guy, and I think he could take them along. I think he could take them somewhere in the playoffs. I don't know how far yet.
Sills is Miami squad, man. They might be on their way.
To the Final Four.
They could be on their way to getting back to the status you want them to be at. We'll see.
Absolutely. All right, Zander, we got him?
I think we got them all. Oh, wait, we got one more, actually.
Okay.
Jacorian going to ball when he gets his shot. Slick Rick, thank you, brother.
All right, we'll see. 48 hours. Bro, we'll catch you in the morning. Ask John that question, what he thinks this agent, moving on from his old agent to this agent now, because this is wild, man. I mean, obviously he wasn't happy with the negotiation. Hey, do we now agree, Zander, what I was saying the entire offseason here?
I'm not conceding on that.
Well, they didn't get the deal done.
I'm not conceding.
Well, I'll tell you what. How about this? When you kicked that ball off, I was right. They didn't give him the deal.
You would be right in that sense, yes.
Wouldn't this be wild? Tomorrow, Magula cuts a deal, and he's got 15 large.
Oh, my God.
And he's got 40 guaranteed.
What if it came down right now? That would be nuts.
Oh, it would be, man. It would be. Hey, he had to go get another agent to do it. All right, Big Z, we'll catch you tomorrow, bro.
Thank you, bro. Appreciate it. Later, everybody. Appreciate it. Oh, wait. Before I go, I got to announce one thing. We made the giveaways today. I forgot to say it on the show. We announced the two catalysts for the giveaways this year, which we're going to do a bunch more, but we always like to have a catalyst. Last year, we had Saquon Barkley, the 125 yards plus every time you hit it, we gave away. So this year, we got Jalen Hurts, 275 plus all-purpose yards, Sileo.
It ain't passing, I'll tell you that.
275 all-purpose would give him, if he did it every game times 17, that'd be 46.75. That's 400 more yards than Josh Allen had last year. Jalen. All right. And then you have defense. 20 points or less, we give away a jersey. So 20 points or less given up, we give away a jersey. So those are the two catalysts for giveaways. Members only. So if you're a Dusty Gray, you're not involved.
Here's what I say Jalen does Thursday night. 142 yards passing, 38 rushing, 2 touchdowns passing, and 1 rushing. And I think Barkley goes for 165 yards and 2 TDs.
We'll see, Sills.
You don't think Barkley goes for 165?
I think Barkley has a good game. I think Jalen is a better game.
Oh, here. Jalen goes for 272 yards, 272 yards of total offense.
Nobody said that.
Barkley goes for 160. You just said 272.
275 is the giveaway. I didn't say that. I was predicting for week one.
Okay. Just touchdown. Jesus took a knee Sunday.
I'm out of here. See you.
Hey. Yes, he did. How you doing? As predicted. Where's that deal for Reed? Still waiting for it. Hey, M. Reyes. Where's the Reed deal, M. Reyes? M. Reyes. Where's the Reed deal? Now he's firing his agent? What happened? M. Reyes is telling me the guy's getting a contract extension. What happened? No? You've got 48 hours, dude, to make that deal. And if you don't, you turn into a pumpkin. Win number 1 for Big Sills. Right out of the gate, heading into the season. Woo! He's not conceding until kickoff. Well, what happened? It is. Now, here's Jalen Hurts' numbers for that game against the Cowboys, because you're going to run the shit out of the ball. About 145 passing, 45 rushing, 2 TDs, somewhere in there. That's like, what is that? 190 yards in total offense. Barkley's going to go for north of 165. That's going to kind of be who you are. Oh, by the way, I'm assuming our friend's going to join us. Brad Sham's going to join us at the bottom of the hour here. Seals, this 2026 draft class is stacked, and the quarterback room is filled with some good players. If the Eagles are drafting in the 27 to 32 range, who should we hope to draft and what position should we target first? I haven't looked at exact names, but I can tell you this, that offensive line and all the old lines, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish have a good old line. The Canes have a good old line. Ohio State's got a good looking old line. I think Michigan's got a good one. Texas has got a lot of stars on that team. They didn't play like it in Columbus. But it's more about the programs. LSU's got a shitload of good players, especially on the defensive side of the ball. Georgia's going to have some good players. Tennessee is doing a really, really good job. Penn State's got a ton of players. I mean, they've got a ton of players on that side of the ball. I want Howie to sell out to get AJ's replacement and Jeremiah Smith. Notre Dame, both corners are legit. Yeah. Jeremiah Smith's a great-looking football player. They got Notre Dame. I'm not down on Notre Dame. Notre Dame lost by 3 on the road in South Florida to a team that's going to make the playoffs, Miami Hurricanes. That's not a bad loss. Like the Clemson loss to LSU. LSU's going to go far. They're probably going to go to the SEC title game this year. I don't know who they're going to play. But, yeah, so those weren't terrible losses. The Alabama loss was brutal because they got dominated on both sides of the ball. And that didn't look like an SEC team. The one thing that Saban always had was O-line, D-line. They never looked like they got beat up. And they got beat up by Florida State. That kid, by the way, too, Castellanos, he can play, man. He's a good – I'll tell you the quarterback. I can't think of his name. Somebody give me his name. The kid from South Carolina looks like the real deal. That guy plays like Cam Newton. He could throw the ball. He runs with great force, and he's a giant dude. He's like 6'4". That South Carolina kid can play. The quarterback from Clemson, South Carolina, I don't think Beck's in the top round. I think he's probably in the top 4 rounds. Arch Manning took a step back. That's it, Sellers. You guys are right. That kid can play, man. He is a good-looking talent. Sills, doesn't Miami beating Notre Dame just feel right? Yeah. I thought Notre Dame, again, I thought they didn't play very well in their lines. They got dominated up front. Okay? Sills does, yes, it does. Did you guys slam Belichick already? Listen, here's the problem that Bill had last night. I watched that game. And the problem that he had was he had 70 people in the portal, right? Well, when you have free agency in the NFL and you got a bunch of guys coming in, they're professional football players. They know what their responsibilities are. When you've got transfer guys